Morning. It's Monday and it's 9:15. I'm Michael Fogg. I'm an independent funeral director. We're based in Sheffield. Thanks for liking this page, and if you like what you see, press subscribe. Nightmare. So we went to North Yorkshire at weekend and had a lovely time. Absolutely amazing. Until yesterday when I called into a shop, I wanted a bag of crisps. Cheryl doesn't eat many crisps. She loves them, but she doesn't eat them a lot. Anyway, cut a long story short, what a wasteful society we are, aren't we? Calls in this shop, gets a bag of Walker's crisps. Now, they didn't have a bag of crisps. Oops, it's gone dark, sorry. I've just gone under bridge. Didn't have a normal bag of crisps. I just wanted a bag of crisps, but they had grab a bag crisps. Only what's like a bucket of crisp. So gets one of them. Gets to checkout, and young lass on counter, and she was lovely and it weren't her fault, and she was trying to be helpful. She says, if you get another bag, it's half price. I says, I don't want another bag, love. She says, yeah, but it's half price. It's silly to get one when second one's half price. So I says, why don't you knock some off this bag and I'll not have the other bag? Don't work like that. So walks back, and there were a kid there about, I don't know, 10, something like that, 10-year-oldish. Says to him, kind of crisps I like. Why? Right suspicious. I said, I'm just asking then. Yeah, but why? I says, I'm just asking what kind of crisps I like if they were getting a bag of crisps. Cheese and onion. Why? Says it don't matter. Gets a bag of cheese, onion, crisp. Back to checkout, pays for a bag and a half of crisp, and I only wanted one bag of bloody crisp. So the lad says, see, you've saved some money on that. I says, I hadn't saved a penny on that, love. I just had my pants down for another half price bag of crisps that I didn't want. But that's the way of things, innit? Anyway, turns round, this lad's in queue, there's another bloke behind me. So I said to this young un, here, give him this bag of crisp. What's it for? I says, Nadi, I'm not asking for sexual favours. I bought you a fucking bag of crisp. Here. So he takes it off me, he says, thanks. But why? I says, because she says it's half price. So I bought you a bag of crisps for half price. I don't want them, Dad can have them, and I like cheese and onion. Thanks a lot, mate. Cheers. I think he must have thought I would have been daft. But that got me to thinking, what a wasteful society we are. When I was a kid, women went to shops every day for the bit of shopping they needed for that day. You lived from hand to mouth in a way, whereas today you chuck it in trolley in supermarket, pile it up, no, I might have them, oh, I like them. There were none of that when I was a young un. It's today's society that's ruining this world, not our generation. I mean, it's today's generation. Not to do with us this. We had paper bags long before they were all this save the planet. All carrier bags when I was a kid were a paper bag with a rope handle on. They were bloody useless, honestly. But that's what we had. Wine bottles. Got me thinking, what a waste of glass bloody wine bottles are. They're unreal. You get two, maybe 3 bottles of glass out of a bottle of wine, which is crazy, isn't it? And then that bottle goes to recycling plant. Apparently, I would say 80% of them go in bin because people just don't bother. Well, I shouldn't say that. Some people bother. We do. We try and recycle. But let's just say it goes to recycling plant to make more glass. Well, actually, that's costing an absolute fortune, isn't it? Because it's got to be segregated into different colours and melted down. Oh, God. What that goes through to make another bottle is unreal. And it's costing a fortune and energy and power. And why don't we just recycle like I used to do? On Handsworth, when I was a kid, there were a pop factory, and Oh, it were bang easy to get into. Oh, got bloody handbrake on here. Oh, hang on a second, something's not right. It's not going. For some reason, this bloody van's just not going anywhere. That's it, it's going now. That's not good. But have a look at that. It was as though handbrake were on, but it weren't on. Right, anyway, so this place at Handsworth, it were bang easy to get into. So we used to go at night and get the empties back and then take them to the shop. Take them to the shop and you used to get 10 pence on a bottle, bars I think it were. Or if we'd had a bottle of pop, you took it back to the shop and get 10 pence on bottle. Why don't we do that with wine? Just, I don't know, give people incentive. Let's hope this goes again. Yeah. I don't think I took handbrake off properly. So, let's do that. Instead of take this bottle to recycling plant. I'd earn a fortune on bottles of wine. I'd bloody love it. What we have. I'm listening to engine while I'm driving because get what that word. It seemed as though brake was sticking. It's not, it's running freely now. I don't know what we're happening there. But I get to Bates's, N&R Bates, my garage on. If you're watching this, Nick or Richard, my ambulance will be coming in because it just stuck then for some reason. It won't go. So get ready. So anyway, back to recycling and all that. Recycling is good, it's amazing. We don't really need it because if you give people incentive, like give them a bit of money to take stuff back to the shop, and wine bottles, you're going to say, well, they're all different, aren't they, wine bottles? Well, do them like milk bottles, uniform it, make them all, make the wine companies use the exact same bottles, just with a different label on. It's quite simple, isn't it? It's what we used to do with milk bottles. Anyway, back to Bag of Crisp and that kid. He's not going to be watching YouTube. Well, he's not going to be watching an Undertaker, is he, from Sheffield, because he's up in North Yorkshire. But that's the thing. To that kid, me doing a simple act of kindness, buying him a bag of crisp, he thought I were after something. He thought, what's going on here? That's just a nice thing to do. So if you go into a shop today and the assistant says you can get 2, next one's half price, don't argue with him, it's not worth it. Believe me, I was going to get into an argument, but it will go in that way. Just say, alright, I'll have one, buy it and give it somebody, whatever it is, alright. Anyway, I'll put some else on a bit later on. Just wanted to clear my chest with that. I'm going to Northern General Hospital, bring loved ones into our care, and I will catch you all later. I've got my clicker, although I didn't turn it on with my clicker. I'm going to turn it off. Take care.